We're gonna make this video quick because this lighting is the best I'm gonna look today, and we wanna make this a good video. Good morning. So today's video, we're gonna be talking about the Pentax 645. It is a medium format film camera. We're gonna take a look at some things that I really enjoy about it, some things that I wish were better about it, and just give it an overall grade for 2024. I'm gonna put some sample photos as well too, just so you could see different pictures, how it does in different lighting situations. So the Pentax 645 is compatible with 120 film, 220 film, 70mm film. Most probably is gonna be 120. It does shoot in a 6 by 4.5 centimeter frame. So that's what your images are gonna be looking like. Obviously there's 6.7s out there as well too. This particular one's 645. I think the 645 is better just in terms of an entry-level camera and someone that doesn't want to spend thousands and thousands for a medium format right off the bat. So the first thing I noticed about this camera is it's a very solid quality build for the price point. So I got this one, I've had it for about 2 years now. I got this for about $400, which is a really, really good price for medium format, and the quality of it's very, very great. It is my go-to for brand shoots. It's my go-to for professional shoots. I've shot weddings on this, and the images look phenomenal. And as of the time that I've actually recorded this video, you could go on eBay and find these for about $400, which is still a really good price point, assuming that it's gonna come with a decent lens. And I'm talking whole kit, so it comes with body and lens on it, which is really, really good for a medium format camera. Second thing I really enjoy about this is there is a built-in light meter, which is actually very accurate. I typically don't take an outside light meter or use my phone for one. I kind of have just relied on the internal light meter. So it's a fixed eye viewfinder right here. When you look inside of that, you'll see a number 0, and that's gonna be your baseline for the light meter. There's also a little circle in the front of the lens, and that wherever you point that at is what it's gonna determine your light off of. There's also a +1, 2, and 3, and a -1, 2, and 3 off those zeros, which is nice if you like to overexpose, but you don't wanna blow out your highlights. It'll tell you over 1, over 2, over 3, and same thing, it's got 3 stops going under for underexposing, -1, -2, -3. Makes it really nice for those of you that like to push and pull film, and if you don't really wanna mess it up. Very reliable light meter, so I think that was another sell for me, just in terms of getting this camera when I was first in the market looking for a medium format. The third thing is it's very user-friendly. So right on top right here, you got your power buttons, you got your ISOs. On this side, you got your shutter speed, very straightforward. Exposures on that side as well. There's an on-off button. And the nice thing about it as well too is if you're trying to make that transition from 35mm to medium format, I'd say this is great. It's not hard to learn, it's easily accessible. There's a lot of videos on YouTube, you're welcome. And after you're actually done shooting the roll, it does rewind it for you. So it kind of eliminates, as long as you've loaded it properly, it eliminates that fear of opening your 35mm and kind of exposing the roll, just because it does rewind it for you, which is very, very nice. One drawback I would say is it is bulky. It's very heavy, kind of feels like a small brick. If you're a more on-the-go photographer, like for those of you that do street photography, I would maybe look for something else. Most medium formats are heavy, but this one does kind of take a toll on you, especially if you're shooting all day. If you want the convenience of being able to just grab something and shoot, maybe look for a 35mm or a nice little point and shoot. But for this one, you know, hopping out of the car saying, wait, give me a second, and then pulling this guy out, having to turn it on, it just kind of becomes a little bit of a hassle. Obviously, it's not a huge deal. It's just a personal preference thing. If I go on long road trips and I just kind of see something need to pull over, I'll kind of just carry my 35. But I still do always have this one on me. Once you get used to it, it is easy to get used to. I would just suggest getting a pretty good camera strap if you need one, so you're not free-handing it all day. Kind of let the shoulder do most of the work for you throughout shoot days. I couldn't really find a lot of drawbacks on this camera. I think overall it is a very, very quality build. So the Pentax 645 is compatible with all Pentax A lenses. I'd say they're decent quality lenses. Are there better ones out there? Probably, but for what you're getting with this as a package, it's very, very good. They're sharp. It makes your images look very nice and clean. Like I said, I've used it for brand work. I've used it for professional work. It is good enough to pass that eye test just in terms of quality and delivering solid pictures that, you know, obviously you have a standard for your work. If you are a professional photographer, if you're just an everyday photographer, it's gonna be perfect for just capturing those kind of little moments in between or whatever you decide to shoot. My favorite thing to shoot is landscapes, so this is perfect for landscapes. I'm using a 45mm on it. It's kind of a little bit more wider. I like to shoot with a higher f-stop just to get more detail in it, and it does a great job of capturing all the detail on it. So anytime I've gone on little trips out into nature, stuff like that, I always take this with me because there's just always something to shoot. I'd say one more drawback, just being a medium format, is you only get 16 shots, and that can get kind of pricey if you don't know what you want to shoot. So I'd practice with it first and maybe get a cheaper film stock just so you can kind of get your skills down so you're not wasting rolls. But you really want to make those 16 shots count. So obviously if you have 35, you get used to about 36 exposures. You are only getting 16 on these, but the difference in quality, because you have the bigger sensor on it, does make it worth it in my opinion. So overall, yeah, I mean, in 2024, is the Pentax 645 a good camera? Absolutely. I think for the price point, you're getting a very quality build, like I mentioned. The images are going to look phenomenal. They're crisp, there's no vignetting on it. I know medium format's kind of making a little resurgence recently, so if you're looking for an entry level and you're looking to make that switch from a 35mm to the medium format, definitely take a look at the Pentax 645. I'll link some stuff to eBay below, just so you guys can kind of scroll through it. Also link my Instagram if you want to follow me, but that's pretty much it for today's videos, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time.